seasons lost. In Austin, I saw pause. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. All dice and woes of life, love and pride, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? Once rejected paradise, crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often veers a pit, clip, ready from ear to ear. Craving and rating it grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near, stay there. Remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and it is Wednesday, the day after the Thunder took care of business finally on a Game 5 at home. Even though those of us who were at the game last night and those of you who are watching were completely worried about that because of our wonderful coach and the lineups that he does and how he changes stuff. It's scary as hell. And if it wasn't for Lou Dort, the Thunder would be down 3-2. That's about the size of Lou Dort and SGA. The two Canadians, by the way. Lou Dort came back, we're down 12, knocks a three, comes out, knocks a three, comes down, knocks a three. He had 3 points at that point when that happened. He hadn't scored before that. He had scored a three before that, but he hadn't scored. Finally knocked down a three, and then, of course, he knocked down a three in a row. And then once the game got tight, SGA, just because, my friend Jennifer and I, that's my Thunder girl, that we go to games together. The thing I love about Jennifer, she's really knowledgeable. So I like taking her to the games because we can have great conversations about little intricacies of the game. She understands the game, so it's great for me because I can talk to her. She can make comments to me. She's the one that came up with the name, He Can't Read the Room. That was her. But anyway, we're sitting there and both of us are frustrated because SJ is not shooting. He's passing the ball, and the guys are missing shots. All of a sudden, Dort gets in and starts scoring, and then all of a sudden he just catches fire. And I was sitting there, and after the day, and by the way, I want to apologize to people last night for after the storm. I was so angry last night that I let my my anger get in the way of me being that between SGA and the coaching. Him not being the MVP because they're going to give Jokic the MVP tomorrow. I looked that up, and I had posted that someone had told me that SGA was going to win, and so I posted congratulations for him being the third guy in a row without the help of Oklahoma City. The Thunder did zero promotion of SGA, did nothing to help him at all. Zero. They went overboard to make sure Russell Westbrook was the MVP, did nothing to support SGA. Zero to support SGA. You got Mike Malone, the coach, the former coach of them, just going off, Jokic. You never heard our coach say one thing to promote him. They're too busy trying to promote J-Dub, the All-Star, J-Dub to this, J-Dub to that, J-Dub over on promotion stuff, J-Dub. You can't take a B player, and turn him into an A+. You can't do it. That's not who he is. It's not what he's capable of. When the lights are the brightest 2 years in a row, he's nowhere to be found. Now, he has his moments here and there, but consistently, he had a 30-point game, and as I've said before, in Game 3, we're not going to win with him having 30. It's not going to happen. It's just not. No matter how much the Thunder want it to happen, no matter how much they like it, all that stuff, it's not going to happen. And until they come to the realization that the Thunder are not going to go past where we are. Anyway, that being said, I was thinking about that today, and I was wondering what was wrong. Jennifer and I, she's just screaming at me, what's he shooting? Why is he shooting? What's his deal? I said, I don't know. I'm mad too. I don't know why he's passed the ball. I don't know why he doesn't care. And then it dawned on me that he realized that Jokic was going to be the MVP. That's when it dawned on me. 2 years in a row, he's lost to him. And this year makes no sense. Last year I could see because nobody saw SGA and didn't see the Thunder play. I get that. But this year, I'm sorry, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I said this will be Jokic's fourth, and he's the best player, just like with LeBron, just like with the LeBron was the MVP. I mean, the best player every year. Kareem was the best player every year. Michael Jordan was the best player every year. There's no doubt, but they don't. I mean, like I said many times, the first Jokic MVP should have went to Giannis for his third, but they're not going to do that to people. His second MVP that he won, that one should have went to Embiid. His third MVP that he should have won in a row, that one should have went to him. That one went to Embiid. And then last year, I believe that SJ should have won it, but we were never on TV. He missed the Celtics game, he missed the Indiana Pacers game, and he missed the Philadelphia 76ers games. And those cost him the MVP to me last year. And it's so funny, it's the same guys that voted for Jokic last year are the same guys that voted for him this year. I don't watch anything with Tim Legler. I'm done with Tim Legler. You're a basketball player. Now, you're a very good shooter, but other than that, when the crunch time was on, your ass wasn't nowhere to be found. I remember you trying to make shots and nowhere to be found. But you're an excellent analyst. But when you said that you believe SGA is going to win, but you voted for Jokic, I said Jokic is going to win the MVP right there because all of the guys who are just like you are going to make the same assumption. Oh, I'm assuming SGA is going to win, but I'm voting for Jokic. Well, all of y'all combined are the ones that voted for Jokic over SGA. And there ain't no way in hell you can really say that. We played them 4 times. SGA killed them 3 out of 4 times. We're 18 games above them. And you gave it to the dude. This is the second MVP he's won where his team wasn't even close to being the best team in his conference. Second time. That doesn't happen except when Westbrook won it because he was what? Triple-double, and nobody had done it since Oscar Robertson. That's why he won it, but he wasn't the best player. Nobody even says that. They just say, yeah, he won the MVP. And we all say what? Because he had a triple-double. That's the reason why he won it. And the Thunder promoted that. They did not do that to SGA. They didn't do it to KD either. That's why they're going to give Russell a statue. And by the way, whatever interest that statue is in, I will go around a different way to go in. I will not walk by his statue because it's bullshit. He is not the best Thunder player. The best Thunder player ever is KD. The second best is SGA. Those are facts. You can like Russell all you want to. You can go, oh, well, he saved. No, he didn't. Nobody wanted his ass. And then when people got him, what did they do? Get rid of him? They got him, got rid of him. Got him, got rid of him. Why? No, he's not the dude. Does he play hard? 100%. But that's it. So to me, that played into SGA's, I want to say his depression mode, but when the game got down to it, he goes and scores a layup. Then he comes to put us within 2 or whatever. Then he throws the alley-oop to Ihart. Then he gets the and 1 against Jamal. Then we're up 3. He hits the dagger, hitting the three-pointer. Then he comes back and he hits 2 more free throws. He scored 10 points. At one point he had 21. He scored 5 points in 1 minute. Then he turns around and he has 10 points in the last 2 minutes. Why? Close the deal. Because he is who he is. Those are things that Russell could never do. Russell could never do that. KD could, because for 4 or 5 years when he was in Oklahoma City, he led the league in game-winning and game-tying shots. So all you people in Oklahoma City who love him, granted, he stayed because he had nobody else wanted his ass. And then when people thought they wanted him because of his triple-doubles, guess what happened? Houston kept him, shipped him. Went to Washington, shipped him. Went to the Lakers, shipped him. Went to the Clippers, shipped him. Now he's going to the Nuggets. Guess what they're going to do? Ship him. Come on, guys. You people, open your eyes. Quit being caught up in nonsense. So I think that had a lot to do with SGA's attitude. And like Jennifer and I were going crazy. We're like, shoot the damn ball. Why are you passing? And I think he was depressed that he did not win the MVP after leading the whole year. And at the end of the day, all of those dudes like Legler thought, oh, well, he's going to win it, but I'm going to vote for Jokic. Well, when he said that, I said, oh, well, SGA's in trouble. And then I thought, okay, he was 110 points ahead. And then I Googled it, and it was like Jokic got him at the end. And I knew that Jokic wanted, when they didn't give SJ the MVP last night, that means that tomorrow night they're going to give Jokic the MVP. Now, was Jokic dominant last night? He sure as hell was. Was he dominant all year? Sure as hell was. But your team is fourth in the West. The guy that you won the MVP over, they were 18 games ahead of you. He killed you 3 out of 4 times. You only had one game against him, against the Thunder. One. How do these vote? And to me, I get so frustrated at these dudes. It's like, to me, it's like the guys who vote for the Hall of Fame. What are you talking about? I'm not a Terrell Owens fan. But Terrell Owens is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm not a fan of his personally and how he was off the field. But on the field of play? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. I hate these guys. It's like when Steve Nash won the MVP over Kobe. What? Now, see, to me, what Kobe did, when that happened, Kobe just went off that year. He went off. He went off in the playoffs. To me, SGA, this is what they did to you. Guess what? Go off on their ass. The hell with Dagnall. The hell with Sam Presti. The hell with all them. Go off and do what? If you go off, what are your players going to do? Relax, and they're going to win, and we'll go by and bust everybody. But when you're trying to do what Dagnall and Sam Presti want you to do by passing the ball and be a team player and all that and trying to get all these guys involved, we're not going to win. We're going to struggle. And you got a coach who's taking you out and doesn't understand because he's an analytical guy. What happened with Boston? You go by analytics and you don't have a feel, you're in trouble. You have to play great defense. You have to be able to score situationally, and you have to have a guy that's a closer. And you only have one closer, and that's SGA. You're going to have guys who has moments. Jordan had his moment. J-Dub hit a big 3. Chet will have his moments here and there. Joe will have his moments. Kaysen will have his moments. Caruso and SGA have been the most consistent players that we've had. That's the easiest way I can say it. But Caruso has been the most consistent throughout the playoffs. He's been the MVP of the playoffs 100% by his play and by the things that he does. But at the end of games, when a game has to be won or lost, who is the guy? Game 3, SGA didn't get it done. Let's go back. Game 1, Dagnall lost 100% on the coach. Game 2, we blew him out, which I did not want. Game 3, SGA couldn't close the deal. They went up 2-1. Game 4, SGA struggled but closed the deal. Game 5, 100% he closed them out. 100% he closed them out. Layup, and as I was sitting there arguing with this guy, and I like him. He's really nice. He's like, look what Bron is playing. I said, bro, stop it. Nobody stops SGA when he decides he wants to go get a bucket. You're not going to stop him. You're not stopping Jokic. You're not stopping KD. You're not stopping Ant Edwards. You're not stopping Steph. You're not stopping these guys. You're not stopping them. I don't give a shit how good a defensive player you are. You're not stopping them. If they decide I want to go get a bucket, they're going to go get a bucket. There ain't nothing the hell you can do. All you can do is just try to defend them. There's nothing. Guess what happened? After he and I had that conversation, layup, and 1, 3, foul, 2 free throws, game over. Just like that. Just like that. I'm just upset that he did not win the MVP 2 years in a row. I'm over this love of Jokic. I'm over it. Bro, you don't, if your team is not one of the best teams in the league, it's like Patrick Mahomes last year in football. NFL ain't gonna do what the NBA does. Patrick Mahomes had how many game-winning games that he did this and that? But who did they give it to? Josh Allen or Lamar? And it went to Josh because Josh did what he needed to do and went further, had a better team. That's what happens. That's what you do. Whoever the best player on the best team is, that's who's the MVP. Because you did what? And everybody talks about SGA and him, and that's what I don't understand about this coach. We are at plus 12 with him on the court, a minus 10 with him off, and you play J-Dub more minutes or just as many minutes as him. What the hell are you doing? We make a run, and you're analytical, so I know he knows this. We make a run with J-Dub on the bench. In Game 4, what did you do in the fourth quarter? You put J-Dub on the bench. We were behind when he went on the bench. We were ahead when he came back in the game. Take him out for 3 minutes. 3 to 4 minutes in the second quarter, 3 to 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. Take him out the 5-minute mark in the first quarter, 5-minute mark in the second quarter. And quit trying to put him in the same spot. What'd you do in the second, fourth quarter? How'd you get in trouble? Coach, how'd you get in trouble? You started SGA, you played him in SGA minutes. So the group that matters is SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, I or J. Will. Who did you play J-Dub with when you pulled SGA at the 7-minute mark? J-Dub, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, I. What happened? Nothing. He ate him. And until you stop trying to make something, you've developed him. This is where he is. And this is year 3 for him. Is he going to get better? Yeah, he's going to get better. A little bit, but he ain't going to never be the dude because he doesn't have the skill set. You can develop him and run plays for him to be successful, but he ain't the dude. He's just not. And until the Oklahoma City Thunder understand that, but I do get where they're at. They don't want to be where the Celtics are right now. The Celtics can't, they have to break up this team after this year. Jason Tatum is gone. Unfortunate for him. And yes, I was right. It was his Achilles tendon, like I said yesterday. I knew exactly what it was when I saw it the night before. Because I've been there. Knew exactly what happened. Because we were talking about that last night. I was like, that's exactly what happened to me. Norman Y, there's 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go in the game. Jumped, the guy shot a shot. I took one step to go forward, just like Jason Tatum did, took one step to go after the ball, and bam, it was over. So what is Boston going to have to do? Break up. They're way over the salary cap. They can't afford to go into another year of it, paying the luxury tax. They're done. But they brought everybody back together for one more chance to get the second in a row. And by the way, no other Boston player has done it. Bird didn't do it. McHale didn't do it. None of those guys did it. Jason Tatum was trying to do something that nobody had done since Bill Russell and Havlicek in that group when there was nobody in the league to play against. Hey, Rogelio, what's up? About the MVP league, I believe they announced first on MVP that they gave it tomorrow, first on TNT. Then give it tomorrow's game is on ESPN, I believe. I believe it's either going to be Game 7 or Game 1 is on TNT, and SGA might get it. Well, right now, I looked it up, Rogelio. I mean, to me, I don't know how you don't give it to SGA. But I just believe, listen to Tim, like I said, I won't ever listen to him again, bro. I'm done with him. But I hope that's the case. But SGA should win it. I mean, I get it I get it for all that, but to me, it's like I said last night on the show. By the way, Jelly, I apologize. I was a little heated last night. I was a little heated last night After the Storm. And it was because of the coaching I had just left. And that's part of my issue, guys. I'm an emotional person when it comes to basketball. I don't know how not to be fully engaged. And that's part of my issue. When I was married, when I was dating my girlfriend, and when I'm dating someone, if we lose, I'm insufferable. Get the hell away from me. I won't talk to you. Just leave me the hell alone. Let me go get my whatever. Let me sit. Leave me the hell alone. That's how I am when I lose. I don't know. I'm not a good loser. I'm not used to it. I don't know. That's all I know. I don't know I'm not a good loser. And I don't like it when I see stuff that's stupid to me. And I got frustrated. And to me, how do you not give it to, they said, let me see. They announced first on TNT that they're going to give it tomorrow's game on TNT. Then give it to tomorrow's game is on ESPN. So, Rosario, so you're saying that they announced they're going to give the award on TNT? Or they're just going to announce it on TNT? Because if you're just going to announce it on TNT, that's different. But I just believe that Game 7, to me, Game 5 would have been perfect for it because – to me, as I said last night, if Jokic doesn't get it tomorrow, then SJ will win. That's what I believe. Now, are they hoping for a Game 7 to do it? Yeah, that would be great TV because you give it to SGA in Oklahoma City in front of Jokic. But to me, last night, Jokic went off for 40 whatever, and SGA closed the door? He closed the door. So, anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and look at the numbers, guys, and let's kind of slide on here a little bit. Last night's game, Thunder 112-105 to take a 3-2 lead. And I thought this was going to be the same thing that happened last year. Thunder 112-105 were up 3-2. The Nuggets 13 for 46, and they were terrible down the stretch. And Rogelio, you know if you're watching, they were terrible down the stretch. They could not make shots. Joe, they were 1 for 15 last night, and Jokic was 4 for 6. But I think a lot of it had to do with, number one, you're on the road. Number two, the Thunder crowd last night was electric. And Paycom, electric last night. Number three, you've got when you felt when Dort made that second three, and I think it made us down 4-2. When he made the second of his three threes, and he comes back and ties score. Then I was like, oh, it's over, because we caught them, and that's what they said. Let me see. Yes, that's how it's been the past couple of years. TNT guys open the envelope with the winner, then call the winner and give it to him at the arena. Okay. Well, they're going to do games. Game 5 is on ESPN tomorrow, so we know that. But anyway, that's what happened with the Nuggets last night. 1 for 15 down the stretch. Now, they weren't getting open looks at all, but they still were missing them. And thank God Russell was shooting. I love it when he shoots. And but when you look at the stats, the Thunder 12 for 29. We shot 50%. They shot 41. And a lot of that has to do with them being on the road, not at home. They out-rebounded us by 6. Pips, points in the paint, was 50-50. We had 14 turnovers, which was way too many for us. We don't ever hardly have that many turnovers. It was bad. But you got guys trying to make plays. That's where be playmakers. And when guys are trying to be Dort going to the basket, getting stripped, it's no. And then, of course, our bench outscored them 22-10, and they don't have a bench. So that's kind of how that is. And when you look at the overall game stats, Chet, how many guys do we have in the plus-minus? All of our starters were in plus-minus. The only minus player we had was Alex Caruso at -4 because he was 4 for 10. But I don't see – he played magnificent. And like I said, Isaiah Joe minus, but Isaiah Joe didn't play. You can't play Isaiah Joe in this series because they attack him immediately with the pick and roll with Jokic. And then how about Jokic last night just knocking people over, going over the back? What the hell was that last night? I'm like, wow. They just let him he just went over Chet's back. But once again, Chet is just standing there. I'm 7 foot, I can go get the rebound. No, brother, you better put your butt in somebody and then go up and extend up there and go get the ball. You got to be stronger. And Jennifer last night was like, can we give him a cheeseburger? I started laughing. Anyway, Chet last night, 14 points, 8 boards. I thought Chet played pretty decent, but my problem with Chet is I haven't noticed him in this series. I mean, he has his moments, but he's not. It's like with SGA has been somewhat, but at the end of games 4 and 5, he closed out the game, closed the door for us. But he has been in and out. Chet has been really here and there. iHeart here and there. J-Dub here and there. Everybody's been here and there, but mostly there and not here. So it's really weird for that. J-Dub, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 for 14. He played terrible. He had 1 big 3 at the end, but other than that, he's just, the pressure's on. He's just not the guy yet. That's not to say he won't be, but yet he's not quite there. iHeart, 15 points, 7 rebounds. We're also watching last night that, J-Dub had 9 rebounds. We're sitting there watching, and Chet was on the outside of the three-point line, and you've got iHeart, J-Dub, and Caruso there trying to rebound. Like, Chet, where the hell are you? Why are you out there at three-point line? Get your ass in there and rebound. Now, are you the backline defense, I guess, to help at the rim? Because other than that, hey, that's a crucial point. We need a rebound. Get your butt in there and rebound. SGA, 31 points, 12 for 23. I'm going to tell you a stat about SGA. He was 1 for 6 to begin the game. 1 for 6 to begin the game. It ended up 11 of 17 to end the game. So when he wants to go, that's why I was trying to tell that kid. I'm like, man, just stop with your nonsense you're saying. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about. And that's crazy. Let me see. That is something serious about this game. If you watch through the game, He's the first one to push and handle players, and then complains when Thunder players get physical with him when he starts. Yeah, Jokic. Yes, it was pathetic. I agree with you. It's like whatever. Then of course, Lou Dort last night, 4 for 8, three huge, huge threes in the fourth quarter to get us back in. Jay Will, dude, he's been great with Jokic. Physical in him, beating him the hell up. Thought Jay Will has been great with that because Chet can't handle him. But between iHeart and Jay Will, and my problem with Jay Will, he can't jump. They're going right over the top of him rebounding. And he's right position. He just doesn't jump high enough. He doesn't have that ability. He's just a big boy in the paint. And you got guys just rising over him, snatching rebounds over his head. I'm like, man, please, dude, him and iHeart can't jump, but iHeart can't jump higher than him. But, dude, you got to get off the ground, bro. Got to get off the ground. Caruso, 13 points, -4. I mean, I get it because it's shooting, but he hit some big threes. He steals. He getting his hands on balls. Like Caruso had 0 steals. But he had how many balls did he get his hands on? Or slapped the ball away or something? How many of those did he have last night? How many shots did he get behind to get his touch on? What did he do last night? His presence and what he was doing last night, I think that plus minus is ridiculous. And then of course Isaiah Joe, he's just not a series he can play in. It's just not. Wiggins, 11 minutes, 3 points. I don't want him doing anything but shooting threes. Dude, quit trying to take it to the hole and take people out. Just catch and shoot. If you got 3, make 2 out of 3. If you got 5, make 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 5. If you got 2, make 2 for 2. Come on, man. Just do what you got to do, man. That's what we got to have from you. And then Kaysen, 1 for 2. I thought he was going to make 1, but after he got hit right there in the first quarter or second quarter, whenever what's-his-name went underneath him and he fouled him, he came down, I think he got hurt. He was hurt a little bit after that on a layup. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but he wasn't really the same guy after that, which I thought was a dirty play. He went under him. He pushed him from behind. And I don't know how the referees, but once again, those guys were ridiculous. I mean, Jokic was pushing over the back. They came over the back one time. I'll forget who exactly. Watson, maybe it was. He came over 3 of ours backs, and he's up in the air, leaning over the top of us, and got a rebound over the back, and no call. I'm like, but once again, they're wanting the MVP. Oklahoma City has to establish himself. That's why, to me, it's so important. You got to win. You got to get to the finals. You got to win a chip. Then you'll start getting calls. But until you get that and get that respect, and they don't respect the coach, until you get that and earn that respect by winning, then you get the calls. But your Denver's just won the chip 2 years ago. Jokic, best player. Come on now. That's the way I look at it, plain and simple. It's not rocket science. To me, it's very, very simple on how it all works. Let's thank our sponsors, SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up over there at SRB. Love those guys. If you have needs for dirt, or if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county, hit these guys up. They'll take care of you and make sure everything is fantastic and you will have clean drinking water, which we all like. Oak Grove Trucking and my guy Jose Fierro. If you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my guy up over there. He'll take care of you. And then also, if you're redoing a house, my guy Drew Hinthorn was redoing a house, called Jose up. Jose came up and used a dump truck, and they got everything clean. So hit our guys up over there. They're fantastic. And YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you go into one of their 5 locations, the main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YB East, which is off the Parkway at 66. YB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right in front of the hospital. Cannot miss it. And then, of course, YB Peoples, which is the location I always go to because it's closer for me living in Oklahoma City. It's located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, Man, I tell you what, had this stuff on last night. Creed cologne, the House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. I was wearing it last night. I had people come in and what is that? I was like, oh, this is Creed. It just said you can't buy it yet. This is the new scent that they just got it, and it's the new oil they got coming out. It smells so good. It's really ridiculous how good it is. But anyway, the House of Creed, as they always say, remember, pick the best for your best, and I certainly do. And their women's cologne is delicious. They've got this new uh, white of silk or white lady of white or something like that. It's really stuff. Oh my God, it smells good. So if you got a female that you love, guys, go in there and buy yourself some cologne there at the Dillard's in Penn Square in the men's department. Then go across and they've got a couple women bottles there in the men's department, but go to the women's department over there, the women's store right there on the west side. I'm going to tell you right now, they've got some good smelling stuff over there. You need to go check it out. And as always, I love that place, and I do like it. And then remember, just go in there and tell them that you heard it on Matt Clark sent you, and they will hook you up with some perfume or cologne. Perfume if you're a woman, for you, and then some cologne samples for you or your dad or your brother or your boyfriend, whomever, significant other. They'll hook you up with some stuff. I promise you, it is good. It is really good. So now, let's talk a little NBA news, a little NBA scores last night. The Pacers ended the Cavs 4-1. And when I saw that, because I thought the Cavs were up 19, and I was watching the game, I said, oh, they're up 19, they're going to win this. I quit watching. I went over to Macero, had some food. I had to go pick up my date, so I wanted to get something to eat. So I just went over there and had one of my a premiere. So there you go, Alan. Wanted to get my boy in there. Alan, I had a premiere because he always gets on me about not drinking his Corona beer. Premiere is really, really good. So I had that, and then I was watching the Pacers game. I said, oh, they got this. I left. And what did the Pacers do? The Cavs were winning. And the Pacers came back and beat them. And Tyrese Halliburton. And I'm so tired of, I was listening to a show today, and they're talking about, oh, Tyrese Halliburton is the most overrated. Dude, they had 97 out of 400 people vote on the thing. And 19 voted Tyrese Halliburton the most overrated. All you're doing is talking nonsense. If you're going to be on national TV, at least be something to talk about. You're making up stuff to get clicks and get likes. 19 people or 17 people voted him the most overrated player. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's a freaking joke. How's that even a story? How are you still talking about that? Because why? You're trying to get clicks and likes. Out of 400 plus players, 17 or 19 said he was overrated. How is he overrated? 19, let's give it 20, let's say 19 out of 400 plus says he's overrated, and you talk about him being overrated. Come on now. Why don't you go ask Donovan Mitchell, is he overrated? Go ask SGA, is he overrated? Go ask Dort. Go ask Steph. Go ask Anthony Edwards. Go ask Jason Tatum. Go ask Jaylen Brown. Go ask Jalen Brunson. Go ask Mikal Bridges. Why don't you go ask them if he's overrated, what they think? Now, did he play in the Olympics? No. Now, what I will say, NBA players and basketball players in general are petty. I know I am. I'm petty as hell. I admit it. I'm petty. I'm petty. Always have been. I'm petty. And I would say 90% of the basketball players are petty. Just are. I don't know why that is, but we're petty. So, but anyway, congratulations to the Pacers moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals against the winner of the Knicks and the Celtics, which I think the Celtics may be able to stand up tonight, and we'll look at that here in a little bit because of Jason Tatum going down. I think it's being at home. The crowd will be going crazy, and they will have some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? They'll probably have a lot of emotion and stuff behind that, not wanting to let Jason Tatum down, let the boy down. But I think they win anyway. The Nuggets and the Thunder, 3-2. Great win for the Thunder last night at home. Even though our coach and his lineups and what he was doing last night, it's just like what he is. Just I don't know. I don't know what he does. I really don't. I don't get him. I'm like, what are you doing? Jose said, chicken nuggets, Denver Nuggets, chicken nuggets, Thunder and 6. Denver Nuggets, chicken nuggets. That's funny. Thunder and 6. But what I had said was that the Thunder, after losing game one, after the coach giving them, he gave the Nuggets game one. This series should be over. But he gave them game one. Gave them game one. I said we'd win 4 out of the next 5. I said we'd win games 2, games 3, lose game 4, win game 5, win game 6. We won game 2, lost game 3, won game 4, won game 5. I believe we won game 6, like I said. Now, I was wrong. We lost game 3 and won game 4. Game 3 we should have won, but we couldn't close the door. SJ was just not there. We didn't close the door. So to me, that's how I look at it. We should have won game 3 and game 4. We won game 4 and game 5, but we should have won game 3. But this series should have been over. We should have won game 1. We won game 2. We choked game 3. We finished game 4, and we finished game 5. So this series should be over. But once again, the coach lasts as long as like he almost did in the Memphis series. And I was trying to tell a guy that when I was doing my show at Cats, which we'll probably be doing tomorrow night at Cats again tomorrow night. Games at 7:30, so we'll probably be at Cats tomorrow night sitting out on the patio doing the show after the game tomorrow night, giving the Thunder some love. So we'll be doing that. But anyway, Thunder up 3-2 and looking forward to what Game 6 tomorrow night, which we should handle. I believe the Nuggets will come out. But as I said previous to the playoffs before it started, I said that, number one, the Thunder, I wanted us to beat Memphis. Number 2, I wanted the series to go at least 6 or 7 games against the Clippers. It did. And the reason why I wanted that, because I said by times games 4, 5, and 6 come, by the time the fourth quarter comes, the Nuggets are going to be beat up because of what happened with them in the Clippers series. And then with our defense and our physicality, by the time games 4, 5, and 6 come, we'll beat them. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what is happening thus far. Games 4, they run out of gas. Game 3, why did they have energy in that fourth quarter? Because game 2, we blew their ass out and they got the rest. And I remember, Rosario, you remember this. I said I didn't want us to blow them out. That's the last thing I wanted. I didn't want them rested up because they were going to be tougher to beat. And that's exactly what happened. And like I said last night, I want us to win the game by 10 or 12, but I want the game to be close because I know they'll run out of gas in the fourth quarter just like they will tomorrow night. They're going to run out of gas because it's just hard. You can't play. This is what, their 12th game, and that was their 12th game in 25 days, something like that. I mean, I don't care who you are, and they're older. It's going to take a toll on you. Let me see. Rogelio says, I agree. Game 1 gave them a lot of confidence. The team is much better. Our team is much better than the Nuggets, no doubt. Hopefully, come ready in a faster Game 6. We should be able to finish them and bring the defense early. This is my thing about Game 6. And I'm going to say this. If Jokic does not win the MVP tomorrow, if he doesn't get the MVP tomorrow, then we know that means SJ has won it. Okay? That's what that means. And I believe that SJ will close the door on them because as we're playing, and remember what I said, I wanted us to keep playing because the more we play, the better we're going to get because SJ, he sat out, 14 days, and then we played in 4 games in 8 days, and then we sat out another week or 6 days, whatever it was, something crazy. We're out of sync, and we're just now starting to get in sync. He is. Games 4, he played better. I like after he said game 3, he goes, hey, I didn't get it done. I messed up. I didn't close the door. Game 4, he semi-closed the door. Last night, he shut the door on their ass. 10 points in the last 3 minutes. He shut the door on them. And remember, what did he do? He scored, assisted on the alley-oop to iHeart, got an and one, knocked down a 3, made 2 free throws. Game over. That's what happened with the Thunder last night. He is getting back into form, and I believe Game 6, if Jokic doesn't win the MVP, or if he does, I believe if he really does, I think SJ will go off of 50, if the coach will allow that to happen. Now, of course, Dagnault, he's not, because that's not what he's about. Now, if that's J-Dub, he's going to let J-Dub play because he doesn't get it. J-Dub out first and third quarter, 5 minutes. Bring SGA in a second with 6 minutes to go, whatever the TV timeout. Take J-Dub out for 3 minutes. Put him back in at 3 and 4, 40 minutes to go, whatever it is, in the second quarter. Third quarter, take him out with 5 minutes to go. Fourth quarter, take him out when SGA comes in and goes resting for 3 minutes. We'll make a run. Last night, he didn't do that. We almost lost the game if it wasn't for Lou Dort. What did he do in Game 4? He took J-Dub out. What did we do, make a run? He's unwilling to do it because he's trying to build, Sam Presti's trying to build J-Dub before the time that they think SGA is going to go. Because this is the thing, guys. SGA is going to sign for $400 million. What is it going to be, 70-something, $72, $73 million a year or something stupid? That's going to cut down on your ability to do what? To win, because you can't keep people. And right now, everybody's under contract. What are you going to do this year? You're going to sign Chet and J-Dub early. Okay? Now, next year this will be their 4th year. The next year is the 5th year. So you won't kick in for 2 years for them. It'll be 2 years for SGA. So your top 3 players getting paid are SGA, J-Dub, and Chet. That's going to be your 3rd year for Isaiah Hartenstein. Are you going to be able to keep Hart? No. Remember, you still got to pay Kaysen. What you can do for Kaysen? You can sign him and pay him early because he's still on his rookie deal for another 2 years, so you'll be able to get Kaysen. But after that, Caruso, is he going to give you a deal on it? I think it depends on if we win. If we win a chip, I see Caruso staying around. But remember, he's 31, so he might have got, 3 more years? So the Thunder, like I said, you have a 5-year window. You have a 5-year window. We're in year 2 of this window. You can't give it away by trying to build 3 or 4 years down the road. You need to win when you can get a chance to win. We talked about the teams who haven't won a chip. We haven't won one. Atlanta hasn't won one. The Nets haven't won one. Who else was it? Minnesota hasn't won one. So the list is short in the West who hasn't won one. Jazz have not won one. So the list is pretty short. In fact, let me pull this up so we can go over it. I can tell you who has won what. Let me see. Where is it? Okay, I'm going to go over it right now so we can see who's won and who hasn't. What the hell is that? I don't want to see that shit. Okay, let's just do the West. Okay, guys, we're just going to do the West. We haven't won a chip. The Clippers have not won. The T-Wolves have not won. The Grizzlies have not won. The Kings have not won. The Suns have not won. The Trailblazers have not won. The Pelicans hadn't won one, and the Jazz haven't won one. So of the 15 teams in the East, 9 teams have not won a chip. You look at the East. Let me see. Let me see. Indiana hasn't won one. The Magic have not won. The Hawks have not won. The Nets have not won. The Hornets haven't won, and the Sixers haven't won. So that's 17 teams that have not won a championship. 17 teams that have not won. 9 in the West because the West is tough. You got the regular teams, Lakers, San Antonio Spurs, those teams, Warriors. It's a lot harder in the West. So that's what it comes down to for us and what we're trying to do here. So in the games tonight, Game 5, Knicks and the Celtics. Celtics 4.5-point favorites, over under 207. And it's funny when you look at that because the Celtics are struggling, and they're just, they got hit a gut punch. Now, I don't believe that Jason Tatum getting hurt would have stopped them from winning. Would stop them from winning. They were going to get beat. They were down 9 when he got hurt. Now, he's the only one playing, but I believe that the Celtics still lose that game in New York. And by the way, wasn't MSG, the crowd going crazy? I love it. If you haven't been to MSG, you got to go to a game. It's fantastic. Warriors and Timberwolves. I believe that series is over with as well. I believe both of these series are going to probably be over with tonight. Okay, I believe the Celtics are going to lose to the Knicks. Now look, they're going to be on full-fledged emotion tonight, but I believe the Knicks are going to get it done in the end. And it's so funny is, and I believe the Timberwolves without Steph Curry will beat the Warriors because Jimmy Butler shooting 9 times. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, that is just ridiculous. You got to do more than that, Jimmy. Come on, man. But this is what I believe. We're talking about all the 3-point shooting and all of that stuff and how all these teams are shooting all these threes and blah 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 blah. How many teams are left that are 3-point shooters? The Celtics led the league in 3-point shooting. They're done. Cavaliers 3-point shooting. They're done. Warriors 3-point shooting. Basically, they're done. Now we're semi 3-point shooter, but not really. We do shoot them, but we don't shoot 50, 60. We will occasionally, but that's not what we are. Because SGA is a mid-range guy, and what he's made J-Dub into a mid-range guy, which has helped J-Dub play better. So that makes a difference. Now, this is interesting. I'm gonna show you this, guys. I pulled this up earlier, and I'm gonna share this with y'all. I think this is really interesting to me. I hope this is interesting to you guys too as well. This is my end of year power rankings. Remember, I did the end of the year power rankings going into the playoffs. Okay. This is crazy. Okay. This is my end of the year power rankings. Thunder were number 1. We're still in. Celtics are number 2. They're probably done. The Cavs are done. So the Cavs done. Lakers done. Rockets done. Warriors will be done too. That's 4 or 5 of the top 7. Only 2 are left. Clippers done. Nuggets will be done. So that leaves the Knicks. So my top 10 teams, 3 are left. 3 will be left of the 4. Because I did not have the Indiana Pacers in there. So you're going to have the Thunder and the T-Wolves and the Knicks and the Pacers in the finals. Isn't that crazy? I thought that was interesting. I ran across that. I thought, wow, dude, check that out. The number 2 team in the league, gone. Number 3 team in the league, gone. Number 4 team in the league, gone. Number 5 team, gone. Number 6 team, going to be gone. Number 8 team, gone. Number 19, gone. Number 10, still there. I thought that was interesting that I did that. And when you look at it, it just goes to show you other 3-point shooting teams. Celtics, gone. Cavaliers, gone. 3-point shooting teams. Okay? Gone. Warriors, gone. Clippers weren't a 3-point shooting team, neither were the Nuggets. But those teams are gone. And what has remained? Thunder, half-court offense, defense. Timberwolves, half-court offense, defense. Knicks, half-court offense, defense. Those are the teams that are remaining. The Thunder, T-Wolves, and Knicks, what do they all do? They play great defense. They can beat you up in half-court offense. Shooting all those threes and doing all that, that's great for show. It's like the long drivers. You drive for dough, you putt for show. Your short game is what makes all the difference in the league, is what makes the difference, period, in basketball. In golf, your short game. In basketball, what are the playoffs? The playoffs are about half-court offense and defense. It's the physicality that makes the difference. They're going to let you play. Like last night, we got the hell beat out of us. Last night. They just jumped all over us and beat us the crap up. But at the end of the day, what happened? Jokic played the whole fourth quarter. And, the coach said, hey, I kind of, I asked him. He said, yeah. In hindsight, right now, I say, no, I didn't make a mistake. When I go back and look at it, yeah, you made a mistake. But he was going for the knockout punch because they were up 12. And then all of a sudden, what happened? Lou Dort and SGA. That's what happened. Lou Dort got us rolling, and then SGA said, F this, I'm just going to take over. And that's what he did. And it's so funny is he scores the layup. Jennifer looks at me like, is he going to keep shooting? Then he comes back down, boom, gets the and one on Jamal Murray. Then he comes back, knocks down a 3, which puts us up 106, 103. Well, excuse me, let me see, 109, 103 is what it was at that time. Then he knocked down 2 free throws, and then J-Dub made one out of 2 free throws at the end. So when you look at that, it was like, dang, man, dude, where you been, SGA? But he struggled again. Game 4, struggled. Game 5, he did not at the end of the day. close the door. So I guess what we're basically was saying is number one, he just said, to hell with this. I'm just going to close the door and do what I do. And that's what he did. He does what he do. It would say do what he do, and he did what he did, and he ended the game for them, and that's what they do. So here are the up to date playoff percentages for the Thunder. SGA 28 points a game, 44% from the field, 24% from three, 86% from the line, which is terrible for him for free throw shooting. But what did he do last night? He stayed in and wasn't leaning, wasn't going forward. He just boom. Just stand up there and knock down the free throws, bro. Don't try to lean forward. Don't try to go walk all in and just as soon as you release it, you think you're going to make it. No. Just stand up there, go through your motions, and knock it in. Okay? Results says J-Dub. 20 points a game, 45% from the field, 26% from three, 75% from the line. Yes, sir. Get that up. Chet, 15.7 points per game, 43% from the field, 34% from three, 80 from the line, even though he missed two huge free throws. In game one, it cost us. But I still say the foul stuff cost us. What's up, Burgess? What's going on? Hey, everyone. Long live the mid-range. I know, right? Love the mid-range. iHeart, 10.6 points per game, 57% from the field. Still has not made a three. And then, of course, 66% from the from the free throw line. Made two huge free throws the other night. So I was worried about him playing, knocking down free throws. And I was telling Jennifer last night, I said, my issue is you got iHeart, you got J. Will. One shooting 60%, 66%, one shooting 40 from the free throw line. Dude, but iHeart made his free throws when they counted. Caruso, 9 points a game, 42% from the field, 42% from three, 66 from the line. He's a better free throw shooter than that. But I think he'll make them down the stretch when you have to. Wiggins, 8.2 points a game, 48% from the field, 40% from three, 85% from the line. And all I want Caruso to do, like I said before, Wiggins, bro, don't try to be all fancy. Just get in an open spot, catch it, and let the three go. And knock the threes down. Shoot 3 or 4 a game. Go 2 for 3, 3 for 4. Maybe 5, 3 for 5, 4 for 5. That's all you got to do. And then if they're going to give you a bunch, 4 for 6, 5 for 7. And nobody's beating us. Dort, 8.1 points per game. 31% from the field, 28% from the line. 3-point line. Big last night. It's not how many you shoot. It's when you make them, right? 75% from the line. Isaiah Joe, 5.7. He's just, you can't play him. Not in this series because they just take advantage. They're great at mismatching, taking advantage of mismatches. He's in the game. They really run the pick and roll and post him down low. You can only play Isaiah Joe when he's not in the game. If Jokic is in the game, he can't be in the game. That's a fact. Wallace, 4.9 points a game, 45% from the field, 38% from three, 60% from the line. Come on. And it's so funny. I was talking trash about him last night about the free throw shooting. And, Jen busted me on that one. J. Will, 56% from the line, 56% from the field, 45% from three, 40% from the line, averaging 2.8. Yeah, she cracked on me last night hard about Casey when he went to the free throw line. Didn't draw iron on either of his 2 free throws, knocked him down. So, yeah, Kaysen, you made me feel you didn't make me feel anyway. I didn't care, but I'm glad you knocked him down. I'm glad you made me more secure. It made me more secure about you shooting free throws. So I'm okay with that. But at that being said, I'm still worried about him because he took a nasty fall last night. He took a nasty fall. And I believe that was a dirty play, but the officials never even looked at it. I mean, come on, guys. Somebody gets hit and they fall on your back like that, and they're in a fast break deal and they leave their feet and they fall on their back. That at least go to the deal and check it out. But they let them beat the hell out of us last night. But the thing is this. At the end of the day, the physicality of what they were trying to do to us, which allowed us to be more physical with them, hurt them in the end because they're older and they're less experienced. And I saw something about them blowing their team up. Well, you got Gordon and you got Jokic. Murray ain't going nowhere. You better put Murray in there. They didn't put Murray. I said, they ain't getting rid of Jamal Murray. And he was killing us the first half, first 3 quarters, midway through the fourth. And then all of a sudden, he ran out of gas. They all ran out of gas, and that's okay. They go back to tomorrow there, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. But anyway, I'm excited about tomorrow. Game 6, like I said, we'll be at Cats doing the show tomorrow, getting ready for the game and getting ready for all that. So we may do a double thing there at Cats tomorrow. We'll see. But that being said, hey, everybody have a fantastic day. Go out there and hit some golf balls. I know I'm gonna go hit some golf balls this evening when I get done training kids. I'm gonna go hit some golf balls. Got a golf tournament I've got to play in on Monday, so I'm gonna go hit some golf balls this week as well. So, or go hit some golf balls this afternoon because I got to get ready for this golf tournament that I got invited to go play.